Hello everybody! A little peek at my kitchen before we get into the day. I'm taking a little bit of time every morning and I'm really enjoying it. I have a few things that I need to find a home for, but I like having a little bit of space on my countertops for when that happens so it doesn't feel too cluttered. I have a pan to wash my hands. It'll get done eventually, not this morning. I picked out my meals for next week. I have a little bit of a strategy of what the meals are going to look like this weekend. Just shoved my watermelon in there until I'm ready for it. Had to think of Dirty Dancing. The dishwasher is running, and I am finding I am having more time in the day by doing little tasks. Instead of letting them pile up and get away from me, I'm actually doing less each day and finding more time to enjoy little things that I couldn't do because I was feeling overwhelmed. I am getting a Walmart pickup order today, and I shared with you a little peek at the home decor coming out at Walmart, and I knew that I would regret not getting this leaf tray. I think it'll be perfect on our ottoman just to change things up in the fall, so I decided to grab one. And the rest of the decor was out here. Nothing really jumped out at me. It's very traditional, a lot of gnomes, a lot of pumpkins. But there's one little gnome that's kind of tugging at me, the one with the sunflower. $12.98. I'm just trying to figure out if I should buy it or if I should leave it here, but he is really, really cute. Another tip, I use laundry baskets, and in this one here is all of the cold items that have to be put away right away. This is produce, and then in this basket here is all the stuff that can wait. Sometimes I do it later in the day, sometimes it doesn't get done until the next day, but if the day is really busy, I put everything where I want it to go, so when I get home, I know exactly what needs to be put away. Here is all of the cold items. These are my normal things that I buy, just kind of restocking. 2 boxes of banana popsicles, eggs, 2 salad kits. I usually get the Caesar and then the spring mix. A backup of Basil, it was also on sale. I got my boy the macaroni salad that he likes. I felt terrible last week, so hopefully he won't hesitate to eat this, but this is one he likes. They used to sell them in smaller containers because I would always get them for my mom, and I'd get her like a macaroni and a potato, but now they only have the big ones. But anyways, we'll enjoy that this weekend, and then also for lunches. 2 things of orange juice were completely out, finished it this morning. This is the yogurt my husband really likes, the Greek yogurt, and then it has like a granola, dark chocolate, honey roasted, almonds, and caramel. There is other flavors, but Walmart only carries this one. And then I got yogurt for Steve and Andrew. I got Andrew the blended strawberry banana, and mixed berries, and then for my husband, I got him the fruit on the bottom, pineapple, cherry, and I figured I might get this one, the pink lemonade, because this is a seasonal one. But when I ordered it, it said like the caramelized pear or something. And I'm like, oh, I know Steve really likes that. Anyways, it was the pink lemonade. I should have known it. They're probably just getting ready to transition. I could have said I don't want it, but you know what? It's only a seasonal item, and he doesn't like those ones that I get, the higher protein, lower sugar ones. So I wanted to get yogurts that they really enjoy and just change it up for Andrew too, because he doesn't really care. He just likes the blended. So I'm going to eat all of the other lower sugar, higher protein, and then the cottage cheese too. So it gives them a little bit of variety, so they're not just eating the same stuff over and over. I'm okay with that, but they like a little bit of variety. So we're going to get all of this put away and then move on to the produce. And this is what my fridge looks like before. Some leftovers to clean up. You know, the produce that I got on sale yesterday, I need to bring that potato salad up to. Orange juice, slide it right in. Same with the yogurt, and then the produce will go in there. So we'll get everything put away, and I'll show you the finished product. This is the produce that I bought. I got all the fruit yesterday that was on sale, and then I got the salad kits. These were substitutions. I ordered like the petite carrots. They substituted them with baby carrots. I wanted the snow peas, but they didn't have them, so the sugar snap peas, that's fine. 2 red peppers, 2 green peppers, a sweet onion, a red onion, and then 2 English cucumbers. And this is all that I needed that wasn't like produce or dairy or frozen. Salsa, we were completely out. I got a natural peanut butter. I want to make the dogs some cookies with the pumpkin, and then this is going to be in my rotation. These brioche baguettes. This is great for garlic bread, and this is a lot better portion. One of these is enough for the 3 of us to go along with like pasta, or if we're having like Caesar salad or something like that. Like that's probably going to be my staple, especially going into the winter months too, like just to have a soup or a stew. And if I'm not making bread or something, I just like to have those in there. And then these were sale items. This is just kind of a new rotation for my husband. I bought the ones yesterday, he took one today, so that will go into the pantry. But these were all on sale yesterday at No Frills. I was going to get 3 Cliff Bars, $2.50 each, and I'm like, $7.50 for 3 Cliff Bars, that's a little bit much. Yes, it gives me more variety, but these were $8 off. I got the white chocolate macadamia nut and then the chocolate chip peanut crunch. I wanted the chocolate mint and the oatmeal raisin, but they didn't have them. They were sold out. So that's a really great price. So I need to start learning what rock bottom prices are and when to get them, because they do go on sale and I need to learn the sales again. And then I had some other stuff in my cart, like some special K crisps and some Fiber One brownies and all that. And then I saw that the Made Good ones were on, I think they were $1.76 off, so I got 6 of them. And I know that they sell them at Costco, but you get one big box of the same flavor. So I just grabbed the granola bites, granola bars, the morning ones like the organic soft baked oat bars, blueberry, and chocolate chips. Sometimes I use these for Andrew if I don't have anything. Like it's always nice to have things in the pantry, and a cinnamon bun. And then I got a fun one, a birthday cake flavored drizzle one. So these were things that I decided it was a good price to pick up. So I need to organize like my pantry area. That's one of the things that I want to work on this weekend too. So I'm going to organize them all together, and then we'll work on that this weekend. And I'm just gonna leave all of this so that way like Steve and Andrew can see what I have too, because that way, you know, if they're wanting something, like they have a little bit of an idea instead of me shoving it into our extra closet. And then the same with these. Steve's like, who are the cookies for? I said, for whoever wants them. I said, it's just really about portion control. I don't know if we're gonna get them all the time, but I don't think it hurts to have something like this every once in a while when you do want a little sweet treat. It's in moderation. You enjoy it, you get it out of your system, and then, you know, you're usually good for a while. But I find when you deprive yourself of something that you might enjoy and look at it as bad, that is part of the unhealthy relationship with food that I'm trying to heal. So just sharing some of the tips that I'm trying to work on. Like I said, I knew I would regret it, and I'm really glad that I ran in and got it. I saw everything else. Now the novelty's worn off. I don't want to be in the stores looking at everything. I want to start decorating and get everything decluttered and all that to enjoy the fall season. I also did grab 3 of these 5-star like notebooks. They're just a little bit of a higher quality, and I'd rather use one book and sort it out into the brain dumps instead of having like 3 or 4 on the go. So these were $3 off, so I decided to grab these. My husband usually likes to have one too, so I just thought these were kind of good to pile up, start to accumulate, so that way I have them whenever I need them. And that's one of those things about back to school. There's certain things that go on sale, and you know what, take advantage of it. And then my last stop was strawberries. I didn't know if they were going to have any. I decided to get 3 of them. I do want to freeze some. And then this will also fit into my meal plan for the weekend. We have some pancakes in the freezer, and I have some turkey sausage, so I thought that would be really nice for the breakfast on the weekends. And I have just been craving strawberries, so I'm going to have those for lunch too. And I drank all of my fluids, my like electrolytes, collagen, and all that. It seems to be working for me, so I try and do it every day. On the weekends, I don't really do it as much, but definitely Monday to Friday, it's one of my priorities. Usually on the weekends, I have a second cup of coffee and then drink more throughout the day. And I also treated myself. Starbucks had a promotion. You ordered a venti and you got it for the price of a grande. And since I spilled my matcha yesterday, I wanted one. So I get the venti iced matcha latte. I get non-fat milk, and instead of the classic syrup, I get the sugar-free vanilla, 4 pumps of that. So I'm going to enjoy that right now. I'm trying to get all of my editing done so everything is good to go for Monday, so that way this weekend I don't need to be on the computer much to do the editing. So I will check back with you when it's time for lunch. Chat time, because it's Vlogust. Down in my little office. It's really a closet that I've turned into an office, but Linus sleeps on the couch and Hunter sleeps outside the door and he snores. It's just so calming because the house is so quiet and I just love it. It's just so easy to edit. It's just so much quicker and easier. I'm getting there. Every day it's getting easier. And you know, my skills of being organized and all of that, there's so many reasons for that, because I know somebody left a comment too, and it really comes down to my days of being like a military wife, and my husband would be coming and going, and you know, I'd be taking care of the inside of the house, the outside of the house, and then also too, like with our son. And yesterday when I was at the grocery store, there was a guy at the self-checkout. I don't know how many boxes of Jane's chicken he had, and he had a whole bunch of Eggo waffles. I don't know if the Eggos were on sale, but I know the Jane's chicken was, and I was kind of like, and then when I got in the car, I'm thinking, maybe he has a child, because I know a lot of autistic families talk about their children having safe foods, and I'm thinking, well, if the Jane's was on sale and that's what the child eats is like the chicken nuggets and the waffles, they probably stock up. I know we used to do that, and that was where I learned to shop the sales and stock up on those things that Andrew ate a lot, because I hated paying full price for things. So I remember certain things would go on sale like for $2 a box, and I would stock up on them because that way we had them too. But now Andrew's eating watermelon and blueberries and pork chops. Like, he's come so far, and I'm so proud of him. So I think a lot of those things over the years have made my organizational skills better, but I also find whenever I'm organized, things flow smoothly and I actually have more time. Clutter and being disorganized just eats up your time and also your money. Like, if you don't know what's going on, you know, you end up buying something you don't need, or you end up getting something that's on sale because you're not really paying attention to it. So those are some of the things that I'm doing. But this weekend I do want to finish off the pantries, get everything kind of organized for, you know, our change or lifestyle change or whatever. I think I started it last year, but I didn't really have all the pieces together, and that's really about what 2025 is getting everything to come together. So right now I'm gonna have lunch. I'm so glad I have that prepped and ready to go. And then the weekend I'm gonna clean up pancakes, and I gotta take the sausages out so they can thaw and I can get them cooked and everything so they can enjoy a beautiful breakfast. And then I'll figure out what I'm gonna kind of have for my brunch. It's definitely working out, but I wanted to share a little bit of the process with all of you. I'm really liking these little containers. That is how much I drank of my matcha. You know what? If I get a dirty pan in the sink, that's okay. It will get washed, and then I just washed the strawberries, so I'm gonna have some of them. I thought I'd share with you a little bit of progress I've made over the past year or so. For the longest time, like if we got a big bag of chips, or you know, the Costco chips too, I would grab this bowl and I would fill it up and eat it. And then last year when I started to like make changes, I switched to this smaller bowl, and I thought, you know what, it's still a good little amount, it's a smaller portion, and I was feeling okay. Now this time around, I've switched to this bowl and I enjoy it a lot more. I find like I enjoy the smaller bowl of chips. I really like the flavor. I feel like it's a treat. I feel like it's a really good portion size, and I don't feel like guilty after, or I feel like I've had too much. I feel like it really is the perfect size. So I went from this down to this, and then this here. So it's those little things that, you know, you can do to still be able to enjoy something that is a food that you like, but just kind of, you know, change it up. And maybe I have 1 or 2 of these a week, and I'll just go from there. But so far I'm feeling good, my energy is good, and I'm just going to keep working at it. But right now I'm going to fill it up with strawberries. Since I had lunch, I wanted something sweet after, and these strawberries are perfect, so I went with a smaller bowl. But I would have went with my normal bowl if it would have been a snack. And since I was cutting up some strawberries, I went ahead and prepped the rest of the fruit. We're not big watermelon eaters, but I usually get one every summer, and this was a really great price, so I cut some up into slices, some in chunks. I still have some in the garage. Feels like there's no end to watermelon. And the boys are like, is there any carrots for us to taste test? No, there's some strawberries. So anyways, the supervisors are going to be doing a little bit of quality control, just making sure that they're nice and sweet for everyone to enjoy. So anyways, I cut up the cantaloupe for Steve. That's the fruit that he really likes. And then I cut up one basket of strawberries to enjoy. And then the other two, I just put them in my Rubbermaid Freshworks container. They will last longer. I know that I want to freeze one basket and then possibly eat the second one right away, or even make some more jam. I'm not too sure. We haven't really used a lot of the jam, but I know it'll be nice to have during the winter months. So I'm going to double check with my daughter just to see if she wants me to make some more. So everything is in the fridge. It's very packed. It's very full. It will get organized as we go on this weekend. I'm going to share more like food prep and all of that with you. But anyways, I am very happy to have a full fridge. Took advantage of some sales, and then, you know, I'll be using it all up. So hopefully it'll keep me out of the store for a while. Anyways, the other strawberries I'm going to put in the garage, and then I just kind of pushed everything over to the side. I got to get this all cleaned up. The dishwasher needs to be emptied still. It's been a busy day. And now it is later. Everything is done. I'm going to be making dinner. Hunter is like, get in that kitchen. I got to see what you're doing. So I just thought I'd share a little bit with all of you. It's 4:55. I'm just making the chow mein for Steve and I. Andrew's going to have a leftover pizza. I have the pans ready to go. Just going to straighten up my coffee here and just keeping it really simple on the counter. Like, I like having a little bit of wiggle room in case something has to be stored there until I can put it away properly. Everything got washed, even that pan that was sitting there all day. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make the chow mein dish. Now, this is one of those meals that I could make on my own, but I find it's really hard to make it for two people. So this is one of those meals that I would get again, like having the broccoli, having the oyster sauce, just a little bit of carrots, just enough chow mein noodles for us to enjoy for dinner tonight. And I'm kind of jealous that Andrew is having that sausage and pepper flatbread because it was really good. And are these two not the cutest supervisors that you have ever seen? I've been looking for like little hats or like little aprons for them. But anyways, here is the chow mein. It doesn't look as good as the picture did. I always find like the noodles are hard to mix up with everything, but I really enjoyed this. And, you know, I had a really good lunch. I had a little bit of a snack, but I really wanted to enjoy my dinner, and I did. And I'm going to end this Friday night doing a brain dump for the weekend. Like I said, it's just, you know, what are the meal plans going to look like? What is the weather? You know, just keep up everything that's been going on, you know, some of the routines. And then I'm also going to do another book for clutter and have it just specifically in there. And then we'll talk more about that as we get into Vlogust. But I think I really need a starting point to tackle the problem areas and also not to overwhelm myself. So thanks for watching, everybody. All of the pieces are coming together. I have really been enjoying Vlogust, and thank you again for all of your kind words and support. I greatly appreciate it.